Grimmy, Eat World, here at Crumbl. It's been about 1 hour. I got myself cleaned up and they opened up and I went to the bathroom and I'm ready to go. The Moonbeam ice cream, again. We have the Cornbread Cookie, the Caramel Apple Cookie, the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Chunk, Strawberry Shortcake, S'mores Brownie, Patriotic M&M's Cookie, Patriotic Cake Cookie. I think all of these are going to be pretty good. I'm especially excited for the S'mores Brownie. I'm not going to wait too much longer. I'm just going to get into it. All right. You know we got to start with the chocolate chip cookie. Chocolate chip cookie. Always the first bite is so beautiful. Nailing it again this week. All right, this week's chocolate chip cookie, I'm giving a 9.7. It's basically perfect all over again. This time it's a semi-sweet chocolate chunk. I think my only complaint is I feel like it's a little dry, but I think that may also be because I already ate this morning, which is out of the ordinary. Either way, this is basically perfect. That was the best bite. I just got like a really good hit of salt to just burst all the flavor into my mouth. Now I'm going to make an attempt. I don't know if it can be done to not be moaning into every bite. It's not good for editing. I know a lot of people don't like it. Not that I really care that much about whether or not people like it, because for the most part, I don't even know I'm doing it and I can't help it. But because of the hassle it does create with editing around it, I do need to get that under control because it does cause a bit of a headache. I'm going to move into the Patriotic M&M's cookie. Because I think this one's going to be basically just the chocolate chip redo. And I will make this move here Patriotic M&M's cookie. Patriotic M&M's. Falling apart. This one's gonna be a perfect baked cookie. I know the slightly underbaked isn't for everybody, but it's sure for me. Now, what I will say, like I said, this is the perfect bake for me, not for everybody. But ultimately, it does come down to, it's kind of just a boring M&M cookie. Not much going on. I would definitely prefer the chocolate chip over the M&Ms. So this is only going to get an 8.3. It's perfect for what it is, but what it is ain't too flashy. I'm going to take care of the cupcake because I think this is the, well, it's not even going to fall apart. Good. Perfect. The icing is probably going to slip off. So, Patriotic cupcake. Patriotic cupcake. I love the cream cheese icing. All right, this one's definitely falling apart. It's soft, it's gooey, it's wonderful. It's got the cheese, cream cheese icing. Ultimately, it is just a sugar cookie. I'm giving it an 8.7. Wonderful, delightful, everything's perfect, but it is boring, and they are doing this particular one a lot. Okay, I'm an extreme mess right now. Now, I know I had talked a little bit about the creative struggles on the first meal. It's just been these past 2 weeks since I've been on TikTok. It's like, how do I make good short content? I was kind of really up in my head about that, and seeing all the different numbers from super high to super low just had me thinking about a bunch of stuff, and it's like I had to reevaluate what I was doing here, and I kind of set out to do the YouTube thing, not really the TikTok thing. So I'm going to try and kind of ignore the stuff going on there and just kind of hope that whatever happens on that. But I don't want to take away from the YouTube specifically for TikTok, because it's short form, and the things that I do is just I won't be able to keep up with people on TikTok because I eat all my food, so I can't do what they do. There's just no way. So I don't think my TikTok's ever going to do that super great, which is fine. They said they were low on butter, unfortunately. So this is going to be a very cornbread cookie, but they did honey it up. Cornbread cookie. You gonna eat that cornbread? I guess I'll try a plain side. I don't know. I think it needs the butter. I'm not impressed with the cornbread by itself. All right, well, I really only get one bite at this, so I guess let's make it a good one, right? Cornbread cookie. I'm sorry, but I have to give this one in particular probably 6.3. It does really hit you with the cornbread vibes, and I think it's made well. It comes out like a cookie, but tastes like cornbread, has cornbread feel in the mouth. The honey is nice. I think a big issue was the lack of butter on today's particular cookie, but you know, that's how it goes when you run out of ingredients of a cookie that everybody likes. That's just the way it goes. But without that butter, it definitely is basically a flop for Crumbl. Like, being in the 6s is kind of as low as Crumbl goes. Like, I would have probably passed on this particular one the way it came out. I'm gonna guess it's due to the butter, because with the butter it was definitely better, but even still, we're looking at maybe in the 7s. Not my thing. Some people like it. I don't know how much the butter would help, but I guess we'll never know. Not this time anyway. Well, it's definitely not one. If it's on the lineup again, obviously I will get it, but that's not one that I would probably come back for, to be honest. Which I think is a team of 2 right now that I wouldn't return for. All right, now we're getting to the good stuff. Okay. I think we're going to do a slight movement now that we're down to 4. That way everything can be centered. Okay. I think I'm going to do the strawberry shortcake. You know what? No, because that has an empty dish that I don't want sitting around. We'll just continue on the warm ones. Okay. Caramel apple. Caramel apple cookie. Well, okay then. Just like Granny Smith used to make. All right, I'm giving the caramel apple a rightful 9.6. The apples are delightful and refreshing. The apples are delightful and refreshing. The icing obviously makes the cookie phenomenal. And the streusel on top is really what gives it that pop that I enjoy. The cinnamon streusel just adds a nice little texture and a good pop of flavor. I like it. Today is just a crazy mess. Also pretty delicious. Okay. All right, well, I'm running out of my... I need to get a different kind of wet wiping thing because I'm sick of seeing these wet wipe fibers all over my fingers. And then they get all over the place. I'm pretty sure there's wipes I can get that are made for doing this, not surface cleaning wipes. Live and learn, I suppose. Moonbeam ice cream for the second week in a row. Moonbeam ice cream taking off her blue jeans. I did find out that the icing is a lemon berry icing. So there was not cross-contamination last week. I just don't like the icing. Same as it ever was. This week, I'm actually going to give this, I think it's an 8.8. The icing is a little bit thinner this week, but because it is the lemon berry icing, it actually balances everything out for me. I taste mostly cookies and cream. The cookie itself may be out of balance for what it's supposed to be, but for me, taking out a little bit of that lemon berry flavor is perfect. Okay. Because it's hot in here, because I'm attempting to do it with no AC or no car running, let's do strawberry shortcake. I think I'm willing to just work through the noise of the car running. My uncut channel is not doing very well, so I guess I should stop worrying about it. It's not the main focus anyway, I suppose. Okay, so I guess I'm just not going to find spoons easy today. All right. Strawberry shortcake. You know, I'm not expecting too much, but I'm sure it'll still be pretty nice. It's about what I expected. It's good, but not really my interest. The cake is nice. They do their cake well, but ultimately it's just not something that I really need. Definitely not something I would repetitively pay the upcharge for. No 12 packs of this, thank you. That may have another opinion though. Well, I guess for the future of Grimmy Eat World, we're just going to basically steer away from, I don't know, the common type of lip smacking, mess making mukbangs, which I already don't really do the same way. But I've been attempting to get the sound right and everything for it. And like I'm sitting in this hot car so that there's a quiet area for getting good sound. But ultimately it just never seems to work out for me, so I don't even know why I even tried. This ship was supposed to be basically a review show anyway. So it's time to just go back to what the intention was and keep it a review show and disregard the rest. S'mores brownie. S'mores brownie. Huh. And this is really the one that convinced me to come back this week, even though I was about to quit. Some of the other ones, the caramel apple definitely got me moving, but like this is, every time I saw this, and then when I was editing my Crumbl footage at the end of the week for shorts, it was just like, yeah, what am I doing? Like, why am I going to give up Crumbl for views that I may not even get and probably won't? We're here for fun, so let's have fun. I'm gonna do a second bite because I have a little bit to say about this. All right, so this may be a little harsh. I think this brownie is an 8.9. The brownie itself is phenomenal. And the brownie itself would basically be a perfect brownie. However, this is a s'mores brownie. It has the graham on the bottom. It has a mild amount of graham on top and a marshmallow topping. However, most of what I taste is just the brownie. So while being good and itself being probably a 9 and above brownie, I'm not getting the s'mores vibes out of it, so I'm not giving it a 9. I am going to, however, give it some enjoyment because I still think it's great. All right. I'm not going to do a very long outro because I am really hot. That was this week's Crumbl cookies. Overall, everything was delicious. I will say, for whatever reason, I do feel a little disappointed because I'm pretty sure my top pick for cookie might be the chocolate chip for this week. The s'mores didn't give me the s'mores that I wanted. It was still an awesome brownie, and I'm still glad I got it, but I think I might have overhyped it in my head, to be honest. But I think it seems like they also may have been busy this week because I've never seen toppings this spread thin. So there may have been a little bit of that. But either way, I'm glad I decided not to throw in the towel on Crumbl, because all this week I was like, it was like mourning the death of a pet or something. Like, I was like very upset that I wasn't going to come to Crumbl this week. I'm glad that I did. We're going to have fun here and not worry about things, because that would just be dumb. I'm here for fun. Everything here is done because I want to do it and have a good time doing it. And I don't really want to steer the boat away from that. So this was, I believe, just under 7,000. So maybe it was 6,000. I think it was 7,000. Today's going to end up being a really big day for calories. So we may not be losing weight for this week. In fact, we did not lose weight from last week to this week. I'll go over that in the next meal though. There was enough talking for this meal. Crumbl is delicious. I'll see you at meal number 3. It's a doozy and I'm excited to do it. Hopefully the food is still good because it's been sitting and waiting for a while now. I'll catch you at the next one. What in the world will I eat next?